I'm Eric Loy, and welcome to Eric Loy Interviews. On this podcast, we talk with folks from the VTuber community on their channels, their talents, their stories, where they come from, and their plans for the future. And we welcome Batty Lotus. Hi!
Hello, hi everyone.
Hey, thanks for coming on, and please, if you would, introduce yourself to everybody.
Of course. Hi, I am Batty Lotus, but I go by Lotus. I am a scuffed Overlord Bat VTuber. Practically my whole stick is I'm very bad at games. I somehow manage to screw up every time I try to play a game or any audio face, and I like to kidnap my viewers and feed off of their blood. So if you join me, I will kidnap you to my basement, and you are now my new blood source.
Yeah, well, there's nothing wrong with that. You're just,
Yeah, exactly.
just self-preservation. That's all. That's one of the reasons why I do interviews, is because everybody I interview is so much younger than me. I could just feed off of their energy and,
Their energy.
siphon it. It's a bit vampiric, but you know what? I've earned it after all these years.
Just a little nibble, a little energy suckers. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. That's perfectly fine. So, how did you get started with content creating?
Yeah. So I started I think it was about 3 years ago. So would that be well, okay, we're in a new year now. I think it was around 2022, the end of July. It was right after my birthday. I'd been online, obviously. I was doom scrolling TikTok, Reels, whatever, and I kept seeing VTubers. And I was like, this is really cool. I really want to get into this. And so I just I deep hyper fixated onto it. So I went in, I was like, yeah, all the tutorials, all free assets, what specs your PC needs to have a reliable connection for streaming and what games I could. And eventually I just didn't have a lot going on. I was feeling pretty lonely at the time. I did have friends, but I wanted, they were busy with life stuff, stuff happens.
Right.
So I was like, I'm gonna stream. Screw it. I used a website called Picroot. It is, in the simplest way of explaining it, it is a dress-up game where everyone puts in their own dress-up games.
Okay.
And some of them allow you to use their art with credit as a PNG. And I started out as a PNG tuber, which is just an image that flashes on the screen for people that are not aware.
Right. Yeah, it's still VTubing, but it's just a different kind of VTubing.
Yeah, it's a lot more budget friendly as well for people are starting out. Please, for love of God, do not spend $500 and just get a model right. Test the waters.
Yeah, or even more than that. In some instances, to not only get that, but all the equipment and then all of the little fancy bells and whistles, and then 1 week later decide, it's not for me, and then try to, figure out some other thing to use all of your rent money on.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's pretty popular actually in the Twitter community. A new VTuber will pop up and they have a great design, a great look, a really fun personality. They'll stream for a month and then be like, this isn't for me, which is completely fine.
Yeah.
But it sucks because they'll have a beautiful design that's really cool to draw and just look at.
Yeah, and you can tell when they started that now how much into it they are to try and it just sometimes it just doesn't work, or you're gonna enjoy it enough for it to be like a real very part-time thing and not full-time thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say another thing also is with those particular situations, there is they get a mass following right away, which is great, but I've always said this with my community and whatnot. I never want to fully blow up because that is a lot of people at once, and it is extremely overwhelming, especially if you're only used to 2 to 5 viewers or 1 to 5 viewers.
Yeah.
Blowing up overnight can get you into double, possibly even triple digits. And if you're used to one person chat first, let's say 50, it is a huge difference, especially if you don't have a full moderation team or for Discord or your Twitch or your YouTube or whatever you stream on. It can be extremely overwhelming. I feel like a lot of people overlook that.
That's where a real instance of your cup runneth over at that point.
Yeah, literally. It's you're so happy, you're great, but oh my God, it's a lot.
It's like when somebody smaller gets raided by somebody bigger, and
Mhm.
suddenly they're I've told this before where somebody would get like from have 10 people in, suddenly they have 130 people in,
Yep, yep.
and they get so messed up that by the time that the 130 people are gone, now you're down to 5 people. So-
Oh, yeah, the fall off can also, like, be slightly I don't know if I wanna say damages your ego or mental, whatever you'd like to say, but it can you're like, "Oh my god, I had so much," and the next day you could go back to your normal numbers depending on if you had anyone that latched on or didn't.
yeah, yeah, and so there's something too. I don't think I've discussed this very much. Is that while rating is a wonderful addition to what goes
Mhm.
on in VTubing, it's not necessarily a guarantee of anything.
Oh,
It,
not at all,
I
not in
mean,
the slightest. It
you
is purely like, "Hey, you are really cool, and I enjoy your content, and I hope my audience enjoys your content. I'm gonna share my people with you in the hopes that they might like you or that they may enjoy your content," but it's no guarantee. It's purely, "Hey,
absolutely,
you're cool. I like you. Here you go."
yeah, yeah, and it could be a completely different audience type. It could be
Mhm.
if especially if the person who's rating you doesn't really know what your content is, and could be something completely, 180 degrees different from what they like.
Oh, yeah.
That doesn't represent,
That
yeah, what you're doing though. It's
That's actually one of the reasons a lot of raiders will, check people's, on Twitch at least, I don't stream on YouTube currently,
mhm,
but on Twitch you have your whole, like, about you section and everything, and I know a lot of, like, moderate to bigger, streamers will actually look at your about to section and try to look for what games you play, what you're currently playing,
mhm,
and just to get a general gist of you, and a lot of people overlook that, which I think is, one of those, like, simple mistakes when you start out. You should definitely put, like, a bit about you because it definitely helps people coming in. They'll be like, "Oh, our personalities might be similar,"
right.
and that'd be better for me to rate you.
Yeah, I mean, if to have the total extremes of somebody who's very, very, adult adult person in their
Mhm.
streams, and then somebody who doesn't even so much as say darn on their streams, uh,
Yeah.
to read into that is such a shock, and the other way around is even worse, maybe, to read into something like that. So, but I think that you mentioned the about me part of especially Twitch. Um, that's something you probably should be filling out anyway. To
Yeah.
anything that baits the hook a little bit.
Yeah, give yourself something, like a little witty one line, but I've seen it pretty frequently with smaller content creators like myself where it won't have really anything. It'll just be like, "Hey, I'm blah blah blah," which is fine. You're saying who you are, like your name and whatnot.
Yeah,
But like a little like thing that's your stick, like I'm like scuffed overlord is my joke.
yeah.
So I'll, like make stuff being like, "Oh, I'm gonna command you guys to go do this or trap you or just slightly threaten my audience because they enjoy that. Something that can just make you stand out a little.
Just slightly threaten them. Just
They love it, I swear.
just a little bit of menace in their life. It's
Mm,
nothing wrong with that. The the so was it easy for you to make that transition into streaming with an audience and an avatar, or did it take a little while for you to get
um,
used to it?
so I should say, I did not follow my logic. Within my first year, towards the very end of my first, year of streaming, I did buy a live 2D model after I think it was, like, 7 months.
Mm,
I saved up money to buy it, but it was because I knew at that time I really did want to dedicate myself to streaming.
yeah, that's good enough
But,
time.
I'm in a weird category, I feel like, because right off the bat, I like I said, I hyperfixated on how to grow, how to do VTubing, streaming strategies, and everything.
Hmm.
And the big streaming set strategy I found out for growth that made me get to affiliate, I think within 3 months, which is pretty decent for me not using social media at the time. I was just on Twitch.
Yeah.
I would find moderately small games that had a huge base following.
Mhm.
So on Twitch, there's a dashboard that allows you to look up games and see like what times an audience watches it and how many do on what days. So the game I grew on particularly well in the beginning that gave me a lot of following was Risk of Rain 2. It is a roguelike where you go around, do a level, do another level, beat a boss, go to the next level, yada yada. It's like a one-shot sort of thing.
Right.
And with that game is particularly very hard, and there's a lot of people that hyper fixate on it. So it has a very strong community,
Hmm.
but it's not like a AAA game by any means. So I would have a lot of people that would love to watch streams, particularly new people like myself, because they wanted to come in and help you out or suggest this, and which I know is controversial. Some streamers don't like backseating. I enjoy it to a degree.
Hmm.
But they would come and be like, "Hey, this item helps," or "Hey, this is how there's this secret over here if you would enjoy it." And that's actually how I started getting some of my first few regulars, is I just kept streaming Risk of Rain for a bit,
Yeah.
and I kept having the same people come back and back, and that's how I actually got my first moderator, Cinder Boy.
Yeah. Well, there you
He
go.
just stuck around.
Yeah. And see, there's a difference between how you're doing it, which is you to relate it to like a marketing setup,
Mhm.
is that you found something that you could enjoy and do well, and you had the people come in initially for the game,
Mhm.
but then why they came back was not necessarily for the game, is because they enjoyed your personality while you're playing
Yeah, it's definitely a mix of both, I will say.
it. Yeah.
They're coming if you repeatedly play a game like the same day every week for like a month straight, people will start to notice that you're always in that category, because obviously categories will always have regulars.
Hmm.
So you can always have those regulars start to pop in because they really love that category. But then again, as you said, you can pull them into your community for say, like grab them and snatch them
Hmm.
when they find out like, oh, this person's personality is cool, and like, oh, they made a funny joke here, or like, oh, they're really stupid here and it was funny,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
And that's how you grab them and like take them in, is you try to have a big game or something, not big, moderate game,
Hmm.
bring in people, and then sort of reel it in and like hook them and go, you're
Exactly.
mine.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is, and people be listening and trying to take it out of context, like, oh, that's awful, that's awful. You're taking all of the fun out of it. No, that's not true at all. It's the audience benefits because they get to see what they enjoy seeing, and that's how. I mean, if you're just trolling around looking for you know different channels to watch, and you find something that first thing you're gonna look for is the game probably, and
Yeah.
or however whatever they're doing on stream, and then you hook up with that. Then you like the person to do it, and you're going to come back. That's natural. Um, and there's no manipulation involved or anything like that. It's a mutual type thing. Now you're bringing the audience to you, but now you got to keep them. And that's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
It's the hard part.
Yeah, but once that happens, though, and you start getting people coming back, and you do have a following, and you have regulars coming back now. How does that hit you? How fulfilling is that for you?
um I would use the example of when I first started streaming again. When Cinder Boy, I remember my first stream. I think my very first stream, I had an average of like 0.5 viewers, which is very normal. Let's be real, for our very first stream.
Hmm.
No like clout or anything beforehand. That is a very average thing.
Hmm.
So it means I had like someone peek in for the stream but didn't fully stay and whatnot.
Right.
Then after that stream, I had someone come in, Cinder Boy, and he did stay for a while. He chatted. And I remember after that stream closed, I went up to my ex-boyfriend now, and I was like, oh my god, look, I had someone chatting with me. I had someone in chat that was like giving me tips. And I was so happy. I was excited. I was like babbling off. I was like, oh my god, look, look, look. Someone wanted to watch me. And
Yeah.
then he chatted with me. He was very happy for me. And then the next day I streamed again, and Cinder Boy appeared again. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god. So they came back. So after stream, I go back to my ex. I'm like, oh my god, they came back. They keep watching. They're watching me play the game. And they're like giving more hints, and like they're telling me how to play it. And they're nice. And like I was ecstatic. I was so happy. I was
Yeah.
all giddy, just like a kid on Christmas morning.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
happy.
Yeah. I mean, it's when you realize that these are strangers, basically, um, that you don't see, that could be on the other side of the planet, um, but without this medium, you'd have never, they'd have never known you existed,
Yeah.
and you wouldn't have had that type of interaction with them at all. Um,
It's genuinely insanely baffling. I've became very close with most of the people in my community at this point.
yeah,
But I've made I have a server that I like helped make with some of my other streamer friends. It's where a bunch of us streamers come and, we talk and whatnot, but we set up collabs, send resources for each other, general things like that.
yeah.
And I've been able to like meet a lot of my friends that were streamers like in person now, and it's been genuinely like it's so crazy to think about. Like 3 years ago, I had no idea any of these people existed. To now, where I've been able to meet a few, I've like sent gifts to their houses and whatnot. I've received gifts. Like we're really all close friends now, and it's extremely just mind blowing. It makes me very like happy and sentimental just thinking of like if I didn't like hit stream that day, I would have never met some of my favorite and best friends. I like even one of my IRL friends, we started streaming around the same time. I raided into his now fiance
Mm.
and they are getting married and everything. So like
Ooh.
it's so crazy like how the world works and just what can happen.
Just make sure you remind him that when they get married, that it was you that did it for them, not just him.
Oh, I do every now and again,
Yes,
just to pull his leg. I'm like, oh yeah,
absolutely.
who technically introduced?
As without me, where would you be? That sort of thing is. But it's was that? Did you have really any goals when you started? I mean, uh,
um, genuinely like I touched on a little bit. The real reason I started streaming is I was feeling very lonely, and
uh,
I struggle with that, and I've gotten better with it now. I'm better with like being by myself and being comfortable by myself. But at the time, I was like, I really would like companionship,
mhm,
and I thought streaming would be a good way to do that because I at the time wasn't expecting to like blow up or anything. I was just excited to have like one or two people, if anyone, in my streams, and it just made me feel a lot better.
yeah,
But I think at first I just the goal was just to have viewers. And then after once I got my model, the goal was just to hit a certain amount of followers.
mm,
So I think at the time it was to hit like 150 or 200
yeah,
was the goal.
yeah. And now the goal is infinite.
Yeah, I literally currently I just still do milestone goals of like a certain amount of followers on each platform.
Yeah.
Um I don't do much of that. I actually have a very I don't like to I'm I don't like to get my hopes up too high because streaming and content creation as a whole is not a how do I say this? A stable sort of thing. It has like days where you'll do worse performing streams, videos, reels, whatever,
Right.
posts, and then other days you'll have stuff that pops off. So I try to keep a very moderate expectation for things.
Yeah.
So I don't get like I was like very upset, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So like even when it comes to anniversaries and all that, it's same thing. I try to be like, "Oh, hey, here's my streamer anniversary. If you guys would like to join, that'd be great, but no pressure."
Yeah. And it's very tough now to figure out exactly, what's going on with what's going on. I have no idea what's up with YouTube and views, and
Oh, I have no clue, dude.
I've
I
been doing
want
this.
to start getting on there, but I have no clue what to do.
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing this now for a couple years with these interviews, and I don't know what the reach really is. I know that the
Mhm.
analytics say, but I don't know what counts for them as a view and what doesn't count as a view. I'm like, I'm going to keep doing it anyway. So I'm an old man. You got to
Yeah, if as
do what
long
I
as it's a
say.
passion project.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not doing this for anything. I'm certainly not doing it for money. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
That ain't happening. Um, but having to deal with that and Twitch and try to go for both would be way too much. And
Yeah.
where do you have a line that you've drawn, whether intentionally or not, between um, fun hobby and business when it comes to
So,
streaming?
it's a bit blurred at the moment.
Mhm.
Because there are some days where I'm like, I really don't want to stream, but I'm like, I need to stream.
Mm.
Because consistency is a huge thing, especially Twitch and algorithms. The more you post consistently, same days, same times, the more the algorithm favors you. But there are some days where I'm like, I don't want to stream. But once I stream for like the first 30 minutes, I'm like, I'm happy to be there. It's like, I'm with this a lot of things. It's not just streaming. It'll be like watching a movie or something. I just have to get over my initial like hump, and then I'm ecstatic.
Mm.
It's just mentally sometimes I gotta push myself a little to be like, okay, it's all right. Let's get this going.
Yeah. What about entertainment as a whole? Were you somebody early on who grabbed the microphone in front of everybody and started singing, or what?
A story of my childhood does come to mind, but not technically. I was in like the creative field. I've won a few art awards and whatnot growing
Cool.
up. So I do cosplay, I build full props and sew
Cool.
outfits and whatnot. So I've always been in the creativity field, which I feel like VTubing streaming definitely does involve as well.
Oh yeah.
So not necessarily like public speaking or stuff like that, but always been on the creativity. Like one of my most popular streams when I was a few years ago is I had a really unforgiving work schedule, as most of us do. So I left my stream going while at work, and I gave my viewers the option to watch my stream, obviously.
Hmm.
And all they could do for the whole stream was change the color of my screen while I was at work using channel points. It was one channel point to turn it blue, one channel point to turn it orange. And they went insane, just going back and forth fighting in my chat over what color it should be.
Oh man, that was interesting to look back on. And
Yeah, no, it was a funny little gag that for some reason popped off
yeah,
randomly, but it was really funny.
was that? Well, I mean, did that come up? Did you take that idea from somebody, or was that your own idea?
Me and my friend at the time's persona, he wasn't necessarily a VTuber, he was an IRL streamer, but he had like an image
Mm,
for like online stuff that was him.
right.
He was a character from Fully Cooley Conti. It's a robot with a robot head.
Oh my gosh.
Like a TV robot head. And we were joking about TV static and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, you know when like they change colors and whatnot, and then I just did it for a stream.
Yeah.
I was just like, I set it up, I think, in like 10, 15 minutes. I like added everyone in my Discord. I was like, hey, I'm gonna be at work. Don't do anything bad in chat. You guys can force the color of the stream to change. It was literally just make the whole stream colored orange or blue. Just the color itself, nothing else.
It's just back and forth, orange, blue, orange,
It's
blue, orange, blue. That's cool. That yeah. Well, you basically created an entirely new "I'm only sleeping" screen.
yeah, literally. This was I think before the only sleeping stuff was a category actually.
Yeah.
Or
It's
was very new.
I think that's a I hear people doing like they there's a 24-hour stream, but three-quarters of it I'm going to be asleep. Well, that's
Hmm.
not really a 24-hour stream, is it? It's a I mean, you're not really there streaming, you're
Yeah.
asleep or away or something. Your
I
camera's on.
sorry. The other thing with the color changing, one of the things I really enjoyed is there are a lot of VTubers in particular. I mainly watch VTubers, so that's why I mainly speak on their behalf.
Mm,
There are a lot of VTubers with them being in the digital platform, they have extremely interactive streams.
uh-huh.
And that's something I really want to take going forward with my content once I can figure out mix it up a bit more.
Yeah.
There's this dude in particular, I cannot remember his name, but he makes it so whenever his chat uses text to speech, there's like a character that pops up on screen, it wobbles around, it can explode, or it does this and that.
Yeah.
And he makes it so every time his chat interacts with him, there's like a new animated thing on screen that's interactive for them. And I love his content.
Yeah. Well, like, anything that's drawing the chat into it.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
I like hitting buttons. I love using channel points as a viewer for other people. I love when I can like there's a TIT system or Twitch integrated throwing system where you
Mm,
can throw objects at your the VTuber on screen.
Yeah,
That's another one that a lot of people like.
it just happens to have that acronym, folks. Really,
It does. It does.
they didn't intentionally move things around just to come up with that acronym. Okay,
Yeah, not at all.
not much. um, but yeah, there's lots of things that you can. Have you tried the ones where they've got the chat interactive with the game itself?
I did for Cult of the Lamb.
Yeah,
Every time I did something, they got to like spin a wheel, and I would get like materials or gold or food. I think it was.
yeah, yeah. Did they always
That was
help,
a
or did
fun
they
one.
always hurt you?
Um, that time they just sort of busted my game. I'm not gonna lie. I just got to the point where I had so much resources. I was like, I could just do anything I want because the wheel kept just giving me good stuff.
Oh wow. I watched the ones where they get a chance to vote on whether you get something good or bad, and it's almost always bad. I watched those.
Yep, yeah, chat normally likes to fuck over the streamer in
That's
the
right.
bluntest form I can say.
Yes, and bluntly do that too.
Yeah, literally.
With a very spiky stick in some instances. Um,
I was gonna
and
say, I know there's ones where you like can lose control of your character or swap weapons, drop a weapon, like it they can get crazy.
oh
They
yeah,
they can genuinely make your day hell. But it's funny.
yeah, it is. It is funny, and in the while you're doing it for yourself to enjoy yourself, you have an audience that you have to work with,
Hmm.
and you still want to. You have to strike that balance of you enjoying yourself and your audience enjoying themselves, if that's what you're looking for as a streamer.
Yeah.
Everybody's got their own reasons for doing it. For you, would you rather play, or are you in a situation where if a game comes up that you're 50-50 on whether or not you'd enjoy, you think, will you try it because you think the audience would like it?
So I would say yeah. What I try to do is currently I can only stream 2 days a week, maybe three depending on my work schedule.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to do one day of a game that I know my community which is currently Guilty Gear Strive
Mm-hmm.
or Hades 2. Those are very popular for me.
Yeah.
I'll play one of those, and then on my other day, I will do a game that I more like, and I force my regulars to watch, or a game that like I can try out, or like non-game stuff. Like I did a charity event back in December,
Cool.
and
Thank you.
I hosted it was a charity event for the Bat World Sanctuary
Mm-hmm.
because I'm a bat and I had a bunch of other bat VTubers join me, and I forced them to play a Jeopardy game. But I never
Oh.
played Jeopardy, so I didn't know how the rules worked.
It's-
And
I,
yeah.
I don't know how this works. You guys play.
Yeah, I was like, I know you guys choose categories. I made the categories, everything. And
Yeah.
I learned that apparently you can buzz in to steal answers, and I did that on the fly.
Yeah.
I also will do like art content. So like my cosplay stuff, I'm currently working on a Pyramid Head cosplay. So I'll
Oh.
have them like watch me, like I'll do a hand cam of me like painting the materials or crafting them while my VTuber's up. So I
Mm.
force them. Those are categories that particularly have great growth, but I sort of force my regulars. I'm like, hey, I want to talk to you guys, but I don't want a game today. So let's do some art, let's do some crafting, and just vibe and yap.
Well, that's perfectly fine. I mean, that's
Hmm.
basically just a talking stream or even an ASMR
Yeah.
stream for some folks, and but it still keeps your to know that you've got the audience that'll come back for that. Those are the
Hmm.
folks that'll stick with you through a lot of thick and thin, and do that sort of thing. But I want to talk a little bit about that cosplay because while I wouldn't do it myself, I
Hmm.
do have a lot of respect for folks who put these costumes together because you guys are MacGyvering everything. I mean, you it's
Yeah.
you got if there's um some sort of object you have to put together, you can't just go out and buy the object usually. How do you
I
make a
mean,
magic scepter? Well, yeah,
there it is very popular in the cosplay community to commission people for outfits and whatnot.
right. Right.
or props you can do, but I try for the most part not to unless I know what's out of my skill level.
Yeah.
How most of my cosplay stuff works is I don't know if you've seen the Lego movie.
Hmm. Yeah. I've
You
seen.
know how they're called master builders and they think of how to do it all in their head
Right.
and they build items? That's how my brain works with cosplays. I'll be like, okay, if I put this foam here, glue this, like for Pyramid Head Sword, it's foam, rod, or PVC pipe. Haven't decided yet.
Yeah.
Foam, glue that all together. Then I'm gonna prime it. Then I'm gonna put coffee grounds with some black and red paint together, and I'm gonna make it look all gritty and gooey. And then I'm gonna like Dremel off the side so that it looks roughed and ragged. Like my brain auto fills the steps in my head. So most of the time I don't need a tutorial. I'll just go look for a tutorial more for inspiration, but I can figure it out all in my head.
Wow. That's some type of skill there. Phew, I can possibly visualize something, but I know that I can't put it together. And it's somebody
Yeah,
else.
I didn't realize it wasn't like a I shouldn't say not a normal thing, but like I talked to my boyfriend about it. I was like, "Oh, your brain just doesn't like not in a mean way, but I was very like curious because I was like my whole life I'd just been able to like think of the steps all the way for a lot of projects. I
Mhm.
didn't know that wasn't like a base thing for all people.
Oh no, no, not at all. No, for one thing,
I was like,
and for one thing, I'm not allowed to use tools because I will eventually set something on fire. So, um, I'm ambidextrous and drop things with both hands. So I'm not allowed to do any
mhm.
of that stuff. As soon as I pick up a drill or something, Misty like comes running from the other side of the house. No, not you.
I'm not trusted around knives. I'm very clumsy.
Mm.
And I end up cutting my like hands or like accidentally almost slicing something a lot of the time.
Eee.
So anytime I also don't use proper knife safety, like you're supposed to cut away from yourself.
Right, right.
Yeah, so I freak out my boyfriend anytime he hands me a knife because he's like, "Oh my God, you scared the shit out of me every time you use one." Not because I'm gonna hurt him,
Yeah,
because I might hurt myself.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Although, he might be in the way. Uh,
Yeah. Shit, like my Dremel, I've accidentally clipped my finger a few times while sanding. You know, it
ouch.
happens.
That hurts.
Yeah,
You said,
luckily I only have a 4 watt, so it isn't powerful. It's meant to like just carve foam, so
yeah,
it didn't do anything bad.
it didn't
I
leave
know
a,
they can go up higher.
oh, they could leave a raw spot though. That
Oh
you'll
yeah.
feel
Yeah, no,
for
I
quite
was
a
on the
while.
sandpaper too.
Eee, ouch. But so,
Yeah.
I mean, you've always been an artist?
Yeah, no, my family, primarily my dad's side of the family, have always been very gifted in traditional drawing.
Hmm.
A lot of them are tattoo artists and whatnot.
Oh, well.
So I grew up around a lot of people who are just very artistically
Mm.
inclined. Um, I've always enjoyed art since a young age. I loved taking art class as a kid. I think the first time I won an art award was like in third grade.
Oh,
I've had my art up for like school projects at like displayed for my school and whatnot.
yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
was it something that you took, well, with the family background and everything? Did you kind of feel like you had to do it, or did it just come naturally to you?
It definitely came naturally. I mean, there was like maybe a slight expectation that like I should be good at art because the rest of my a large majority of my family was. But for the most part, it was, oh, I just enjoy art and I like doing it. Oh, the cosplay stuff is not something they do though. They are all
Yeah,
like just pencil and paper.
yeah. Well, I mean, you basically get to bring the art to life though with the cosplay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's almost like you kind of taking all that art to adding fashion design and
Hmm.
all of that
Yeah, I
to it.
love that. I love drawing clothing.
Yeah, and so have you taken any classes for any of this, or are you self-taught?
Um, Genuinely no. It's mainly just I took some like art classes in middle and high school, but
Mm.
for the most part self-taught. I mean, I fully believe anyone can be an artist, especially with the new generation of like AR art going around. Anyone can be an artist. It is just you need to have a lot of persistence to
Yeah,
learn art.
yeah,
You have to really want to learn it. You look up tutorials and everything will help if you just like there's challenges where people will draw for like 30 days straight, and you can like see a huge improvement in their art just the more you do it.
I think most
Like
people could do
everyone
that.
can draw.
I think that if I started, I'd end up with broken stick figures by the time I was done. But I,
Nah, you
yeah,
got this. I believe.
I've got anti-art going on.
I will
But
say it's definitely harder for some people.
yeah,
That some people are naturally more lenient
y-
towards it.
yeah. My wife is quite an artist. She does all sorts of different medium and oil painting is one of the things she's done. But
Ooh.
yeah, but that there have been times when I've come home from work and she's got 13 pictures of the same thing that she's painted. Yeah, which because in oil painting you don't have the undo button.
Yeah, with digital art. I'm learning digital art currently, and
Yeah,
it's very weird being able to just get rid of the thing I just drew when I'm used to like pen and paper erasing all the time.
yeah. And here's something else too with that is that the undo doesn't undo parts of what you've done. So occasionally, take the stylus up a little bit and go do
Mhm.
smaller parts. Because if you've done one big long, stretch or line of everything, suddenly all of
Yeah.
that is gone with the undo.
Mhm.
And it,
It's completely gone.
yeah,
I learned the hard way.
yeah, that'll happen very quickly to you if you don't keep an eye on it. So with all of that, have you done art streams before with this?
Yeah, actually, I was doing hand drawn traditional art streams,
Uh-huh.
and I have a Throne, which is for those that don't know, Throne is a third party safe gifting website that viewers can gift streamers things that they put on their wish list. It is completely safe. No information gets revealed from any sides.
Mhm.
And one of my I put up a drawing display tablet on there. I put it on. Throne has two options. Someone can buy it outright, or you can do a crowdfunding. I put on crowdfunding because it was like a $250 tablet.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh, maybe like people like like trinkle down money into it, and I can get it one day. I woke up one morning and one of my regulars decided to flat out buy it because he wanted me to try out digital art, and I was
Oh,
crying. I'm not gonna
yeah.
lie.
Well,
I was
yeah.
very emotional.
Well, I mean, that gives you a lot of idea of what your chat thinks of you and your community thinks of you.
Yeah, they're so sweet.
Yeah.
They're idiots, but they're sweet. I can't compliment them without not complimenting them.
Sweet,
I can't
sweet,
be too nice.
sweet, useful idiots.
Yeah, literally. No, they are amazing. I love them all. We
Yeah,
all bicker with each other.
yeah.
Same with like I have a tier 3 sub, which is for those that don't know, a tier 3 sub means that they pay $25 a month to have the highest subscription they can, and then Twitch takes half of that, so the streamer gets like 12.50 of it, I think.
Hmm.
Either way, I yell at them every time because they've had it for over a year now,
Yeah.
and I just yell at them because I think it's stupid. Because I'm like, just please do the like $5.99 sub, save your money. You can get it's the same perks. I don't offer any benefits for tier 3. They just get bragging rights
Yeah. Well, sometimes
and
it's
scolded.
yeah, yeah. Well, some folks like that stuff. You-
Yeah, no, I was very surprised because I was like, I can't, all I do is insult you guys and then slightly compliment you guys, and you keep coming like back. I'm like, what is wrong with you guys in the nicest way? What is,
What is wrong? And
it,
make sure you write the check to me. And
yeah.
so with the obviously you sound really really happy with how things have gone.
Mhm.
Um, you've got one of those voices. It's easy to tell when you're smiling. Um,
Yeah.
and which is wonderful because sometimes it's not the easiest thing to
Express yourself.
express yourself to where with voice only. And I know well, yeah, but there's avatars and stuff. Yeah, but you still have to do a lot with your voice
Mhm.
with what you're doing, and your personality will shine through. Um, looking back at when you started, did you have any idea you'd be where you are now?
Um, no. I genuinely did not think I would ever have been at a point where I had, at least, I didn't want to think that I would ever be at a point where I would have consecutive viewers because that seemed so far-fetched, honestly. And I currently have like 2 to 3 consecutive years, which might sound not like a lot, but that is a lot for a small streamer.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of people get like what do you call it? Their expectations get a bit too big because they mainly see like big streamers like Iron Mouse or
Yeah.
just very large streamers.
Yeah.
But for a small streamer where I average anywhere, I think the last few months I've been averaging 5 viewers. That is a lot of like consecutive,
Yeah. I mean,
especially for like
yeah.
3 years at a moderate pace I've been growing.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, you sound very realistic with what you've got.
I try to.
Yeah.
I try to keep very realistic expectations about all of it.
And not that you would turn down if, a lot of people,
Mhm.
just suddenly decided to all get tier 3 scholarship memberships.
I they that whole stream would just be me yelling at them and bitching, but
What are you doing?
they could go for it.
What are you doing? And ka-ching in the background.
Yeah.
That's cash
Look,
register sound.
we joke, but sometimes the more I yell at them, the more bits they give me, and then I just get angry because I'm like, "Why are you spending money on me? Stop! You can save this." But they're like, "Nah."
Yeah, no, we like it. We're gonna keep throwing money at you. Yeah, that's better than having money thrown at you to leave, which is something else.
Yes, this is true.
I had that before.
Oh,
here's here's 5 money. Go.
no,
Here's $5. Go away.
no.
Well, radio works that way sometimes. The Have you got something that you'd like to do now that you haven't been able to do yet?
Um,
Any other types of streaming?
um, very good question. The other thing, not that I haven't done it before, but something I would like to continue doing. Like I said earlier, I did my first that I did a charity stream in December for the whole month December. And that was my first ever charity stream. I ended up raising $306, I think it was, which is very fantastic. I was very overwhelmed. It was very great.
Good job.
But I would like to do it as a yearly thing, and I really want to do that. I want to do it at a different time, though. I sort of like last minute did. I've been thinking about for the past like 2 years. I was like, I want to do it, and I did it. But it would have been better to do it a few months before Christmas.
Yeah, it's a little tough to pull off. There's so many things. When people do these streams, they're like, I want to do this at this time, and you have to remember what your audience is going to be doing at that time.
Mhm.
Christmas
Yeah.
is a real tough time because money is kind of being spent elsewhere. And there's
I was gonna say that's a big thing people genuinely forget a lot of the times is literally different. You have to frame yourself around holidays.
yeah.
Early December is great, but the mid to late December, your like views and everything are gonna drop just because people are, with family holidays. Like I feel like people will be like, "Oh, why is my stuff dropping so much?" And they just forget like, "Oh, holidays." Like
Yeah.
it's a big
Yeah.
thing.
Now, maybe January isn't too bad. I mean, if people have like extra money after Christmas and want to do something with it,
Late
but
January, I feel
yeah,
like is better.
it might be a little
Everyone's
better.
broke that first week.
But if you're gonna do something around, say, the Valentine's Day, and it's not
Mhm.
Valentine's, it's probably gonna be tough to tough to bring them in when everybody's doing Valentine's Day stuff.
So I I am doing something before Valentine's Day an event.
What is it? What is it? What is it?
I'm doing a TTRPG that is gonna be me, three other Bat VTubers and my editor. They are going to be playing it's a D&D, Dungeons and Dragons RPG, where they are going to be delivering candy grams. And it's going to be a few days before before Valentine's Day. So it's going to be a Valentine's themed D&D one shot.
Oh, cool. So the D&D quest is delivering the quest is delivering the candy?
Yeah, they're called candy grams. So it's like a little Valentine's card with candy. The setting of this world is they're at a village that has a Valentine's festival, and their mail delivery man has gone missing. So it's up to the group of adventurers to send the candy grams to the people that haven't gotten them yet. Otherwise, the spirit of the season will be lost.
Ah, okay, yeah. Again, when I played Dungeons and Dragons back in the mid 1800s, it was a lot different than that. There we do.
Oh yeah, no. I play 5e, but I've heard the differences between 5e and current. I mean 5e and the old ones, and there's
Oh,
quite a lot.
well, when I played, there was only one book.
Yeah, so quite a difference. It's changed quite a bit.
Yeah, there was one book, and I still remember like the pictures for some of them, the drawings
Oh,
for some of them. That's some of them were very iconic, and some of them were not so
mhm.
iconic. But I don't remember all the names for the ones. There was the one that has I believe it's the tiger that is very powerful. Um,
uh, t- I'm trying to remember for
yeah,
a Tibet, not Tibet, Tibet. It's on the tip of my tongue.
yeah, I know.
Tabaxi.
Something,
Tabaxi's what they are now. Any
yeah,
cat or like folk like that is tabaxis in
yeah,
modern.
yeah. That was something that you didn't want to run into.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
they were very intelligent, but kind of like um, neutral evil types. Uh,
Got it.
at the time
Okay.
where where they wanted they just might kill you, or they might give you something to drink. There's all different types of things.
Yeah, it depends on the mood. What's the vibes?
Yeah. Well, I had I had the old Commodore 64 way back when, and there were actual D&D
Mm.
games for that. Um,
Hmm?
there were
Really?
yeah gold box games, and they were for the time they were pretty damn good for what they were,
Hmm.
and the actual real rolling for saves and all that stuff.
Hmm.
Um, but now if you play, you could still find them on like the Internet Archive, but
Yeah.
they run so fast that you don't even know what's going on.
Oh, well, I was gonna say if you want the modern equivalent, you got Baldur's Gate 3, which is it's very good, but it is based off of 5th edition D&D.
Yeah, yeah. No, we just had the basics. We didn't have
Yeah.
people who could be quarter orcs and that type of stuff.
Oh, the half-rit, got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
we had
I
half.
haven't researched much in the first version of it. I've just heard bits and pieces.
Oh well, it was about as basic as you can get. But it was still a lot of fun. And all RPGs are descendants of it. So um, you wouldn't even know about hit points if it wasn't for D&D
Yeah.
and
I
that type of thing. But have you ever thought of any other types of hand cam stuff, cooking or anything along those lines?
I would love to do a cooking stream because another like tag to use to describe myself by me and my audience is quote unquote girl failure. Um I I'm very I'm not the best at cooking. I also wasn't like raised and taught how to cook, so I'm a bit delayed in that category. But like fucking a year or two ago, I learned how to make scrambled eggs for the first time
Oh,
on a pan.
there you
So
go.
I'm 22 currently, so it's a little later in life, but I'm learning.
Yeah, well,
I like my eggs.
yeah, well. See, I was a bachelor for 43 years, so
Mm.
you learn kind of shortcuts for things like chicken parmesan with chicken nuggets. That's that type of thing.
I mean, hey, that don't diss on the chicken nugget
Oh,
parmesan,
I
bro.
don't. By golly, I
Yeah.
I cook get up some microwave pasta, which will make everybody
Mm.
mad, and stick the chicken nuggets in the air fryer. Combine them
Mhm.
together with some sauce and Parmesan cheese, and there you go.
I'm a huge pasta fiend. Mm,
Yeah.
it's so I struggle with gaining weight, and pasta is one of those things that sort of help me quite a bit.
Mm,
I have some health conditions that have me that force me to have a very fast metabolism.
mm,
But pasta is one of those good things where it sorta can keep me somewhat stable weight-wise
yeah.
because it's all carbs and it's good, and, I also struggle with if I don't eat my food within a certain time frame, my stomach is just like, "Nope, you're full."
Oh, yeah.
So, I can just if I just shove pasta in my mouth, I can just eat a lot.
A person after my own heart.
Yeah.
Pasta forever. Yeah, that I'm basically held together with scar tissue and carbohydrates at this point. That's 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 the only thing that keeps me
Oh,
going. This no vitamin D or anything like that. Just vitamin pasta. That's what I've got going on. Um,
that's all you need in life, just
I-
pasta.
I'm good. I'm good. And I tell you what, I am absolutely pleased we've been able to talk here because it's
Mhm.
fun again talking with someone who's got their head on straight, got a lot of talent,
Oh, thank you.
the charisma to pull it off, and really, I can't wait to see what's coming up for you here in the future. We're gonna have all of the links that we've been able to find for Batty Lotus, and folks, you can check out see what Lotus has going on, and I hope you do. And I hope we can get you back on sometime in the
Yeah.
future. And
Yeah, I would love to come back. I
yeah,
had so much fun. Thank you.
thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it.
Of course.
Thank you for listening to Eric Loy Interviews. Join us again next time when we talk to another member of the always interesting VTuber community.